Let's talk about data types in JavaScript. This language is characterized by being dynamically typed, which means that variables are not bound to a specific type, but rather the type is associated with the value they contain. Furthermore, it is weakly typed, allowing for implicit type conversions. Subsequently, the classification of data types is the basis for memory management in JavaScript. A fundamental division determines how we interact with information. On one hand, we have primitive types. These are immutable and constitute the pillars of the system. Their immutability means that, once their value is assigned, it cannot be modified. Any operation attempting to alter it will generate a new value. The comparison of these types is always performed directly by the value they contain. On the other hand, we find reference types, or objects. These are mutable and represent more complex data structures. They are stored in the part of the memory called the heap, and the variable only holds a reference or pointer to that location. Their mutability allows their content to be altered without needing to reassign the variable. And if multiple variables point to the same object, changes will be reflected in all of them. Their comparison is based on whether the variables point to the same memory reference. Under this mutable category, we group literal objects, arrays, functions, as well as specialized structures crucial for data management, such as dates, maps, and sets. Let's start with the primitive data types. These constitute the fundamental basis in JavaScript for building more complex data structures. As already mentioned, they are characterized by their value being immutable once defined, which means it cannot be altered directly. It is only possible to reassign a new value to the variable. Furthermore, the comparison between them is performed directly on the value they store. The undefined data type. In many programming languages like JavaScript, it means that a variable has been declared but has not yet been assigned a value. It's as if you have reserved a space in memory but haven't put anything in it yet. This is a special state that indicates the intentional absence of a value for that variable. It is different from the null value, which means no value, but is explicitly assigned. Generally, when you try to access a variable that is undefined, the system will simply tell you that it has nothing assigned yet. Null data type. Imagine that, when filling out a form, you consciously decide to leave a field without a value. In JavaScript, null is that special value that denotes the intentional absence of data. It is an explicit assignment by the programmer to indicate that a variable exists but currently does not point to any significant value, differentiating itself from undefined, which only implies the lack of assignment. The Boolean data type. Imagine a digital light switch. The Boolean data type can only have two states, true or false. It is the backbone of programming logic, allowing code to make decisions based on whether a condition is met or not. This type is fundamental in control structures like if-else and loops, as it directs the flow of program execution. Number data type. Imagine JavaScript is a universal calculator. The number data type handles all numerical values, from simple integers to numbers with decimals, including special values like infinity and nan. Its structure is based on the double precision floating point standard, which makes it flexible but introduces a subtle inaccuracy in decimal operations. Big integer data type. Imagine you need to handle numbers so large that they exceed the safe precision limit of the standard number type. The big int type was created precisely for this. It allows representing arbitrary precision integers. It is essential in high precision scenarios, such as handling extremely long database identifiers or cryptographic calculations. String data type. Imagine you need to write a message, an address, or a user's name. The string data type is JavaScript's tool for handling text. It is an immutable sequence of characters enclosed in quotation marks. Its immutability ensures that, although you can create new strings from them, the original string is never modified directly. Symbol data type. Imagine you need a master key that you know will never be repeated. The symbol type creates totally unique and guaranteed identifiers, even if they have the same description. It is the ideal tool for creating hidden object properties that will not collide with other keys or appear in standard iterations, ensuring the privacy and uniqueness of the identifier. Object data type. Imagine that objects are universal containers, like file cabinets with custom labels. Unlike primitive types, an object groups data and behaviors under a single reference. This structure is the basis for modeling complex real-world entities, such as a user, a car, or a configuration, allowing their internal content to be modified without changing the main reference. Understanding JavaScript's data structure is essential for robust and efficient development. In conclusion, we can summarize that types are divided into two main categories: primitives, which are immutable and stored by value, and references, which are mutable and stored by reference in the heap memory. Mastering this distinction and maintaining discipline in type handling is fundamental, as it prevents critical errors related to unexpected data mutation and code consistency throughout the application.